I am finally making this video. It's been put off for a long time, that's for sure. But I am not making any more excuses. I'm sitting down and I am finally coming and I'm doing this. So this video is going to be about the things that have helped me in my 1 year of recovery from addictions and the trauma that I went through. So to start this video, I'd like to begin by just shuffling these cards, which is my yogic path. There goes a card. So this card is pranayama. Yeah, it's not focusing. Okay, so pranayama. Okay, 8 stages of yoga. So, control of breath. This card meaning you have inhaled the beauty, joy, and magnificence of life and exhaled the toxicity, stagnicity, and dullness. Now it is time to use the prana, energy. You have made it deeper towards your truth. With this control of the breath, you can control your life. So where would you like it to go? If you're seeking more rest, tranquility, and luxury, breathe slower. Through pranayama, controlled breath, you can decide how you want to feel and when. Begin the study of various pranayama practices such as alternating nostril breath and breath of fire. Use it in your life to magnetize your direction. So to begin this, just before I made this video, I was like, I need to meditate. I need to focus on my breath in order to come to a place of stillness so I can focus solely on doing this video and that I'm in the right space of mind. So going forward, that's one of the biggest things that have helped me in my 1 year of recovery is meditation and breathing. So I also have like my Apple Watch, which will notify me when to breathe, and oftentimes what happens is that like I get so carried away with what's going on in the day that I forget to breathe. And that's like when I was in active addiction, I thought I had such a poor memory because I would forget everything. And the real reason behind that is because I wasn't present in the moment. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. I was too focused on either the past or the future, but I was never in the moment and actually listening to people. I would listen to people to respond. I wouldn't listen to people to understand what they had to say. And so meditation has helped me come back to the present moment and refocus my energy on now. So yeah, the meditation has definitely helped me. I use the Calm app, and that has so many different things, such as like ones that help you sleep. That's the main reason why I got it, is actually because I had so many trouble sleeping, and I was so reliant on medication or smoking weed to pump me to sleep, and then that stopped working, so I needed to figure out something and get down to the root cause of like why I was having all these sleep problems. So now I actually have a sleep routine, which includes my power down hour. So with my power down hour, I get off my phone about an hour before I want to go to bed, and then in that hour I take time to meditate. I read a book. I have a cup of tea. I do a reading for myself, or I'll take a nice relaxing bath. There's lots of things that I do within that hour to help me calm down and relax the mind, because oftentimes when, journaling, that, I really need to talk about that. So in that power down hour, I make sure to journal because every single night I take time to reflect about my day and journal about my day and what has gone on. I like to do it throughout the day, but oftentimes I'm just so busy that I don't always get the opportunity to write about what I'm doing during the day. So at nighttime is the best time to do it for me. And so I journal about what has gone on for me. And when I journal, I recognize and realize a lot of things that I don't normally recognize during the day. And it gives me an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. And another thing when I'm doing my power down hour is that I write a to-do list for the next day. And some of the things that I write on my to-do list that I do every single day, or at least try to. I'm just trying to find a to-do list that I have created. Okay, so meditate, gratitude. Gratitude is such a big thing for me because when I was in active addiction, I was always complaining about everything. I was never thankful for anything that life had offered me or had given me. I was a complainer, and that was the best thing that I could do. Was I could find anything to complain about, honestly, and it was not a good quality to have. And then when I started practicing gratitude every single day and at least naming 10 things that I was grateful for, my life started to change drastically. Because when I started appreciating things more about people, places, or things, then it brought me, I came from a place of love. I didn't come from a place of hate or fear. And when I'm grateful towards something or someone or someplace, then I'm able to expand and share my love with everybody. And that's such a blessing. Gratitude, having a gratitude jar is amazing. So every day I like to write something down that I'm grateful for, and then I'll put it in this jar. And then let's say when I'm having a bad day, I'll take that jar and I'll read some of the things that I'm grateful for, because when you're having a bad day, you're not always thinking positive thoughts. So when you change that frame of mind to positive things, that I have a roof over my head, I have food to feed my belly, I have clean water to drink, just like your basic needs. Even if you can't find anything to be thankful for, just like the basic needs is something that you can always be thankful for. So another thing that I have on my to-do list is journaling, and I already spoke about that. And then exercising, yoga. So when COVID hit, I really got into exercise a lot more, but throughout the past year in my recovery, I knew that physical activity, it always made me happier. So I was playing volleyball in a women's league every Monday, and that was really helping me, but I know that I needed to do more. But I wasn't willing to get a gym membership because every other time in the past, I just would go for 2 weeks and then stop. So I didn't want to waste my money on doing that. So then, in April, my friend Ferdosa had actually asked me, she's like, do you want to do a 30-day yoga challenge? I was like, oh, absolutely, that sounds like so much fun, and it's from YouTube, and it's Yoga with Adrienne. So I did a 30-day yoga challenge, and that was my first time actually ever doing yoga, and then I was hooked, and now I want to be a yoga teacher. So on top of that, I also do a lot of different other exercises. Other than playing volleyball, I was coaching volleyball for U15 girls, a club team, and that was an amazing experience. Another thing for physical activity is that I'd go on walks every single night, and especially at nighttime, because then I could go watch the sunset, which is like a double whammy for me. Love the sunset. Like, when I go and watch the sunset, I cry tears of happy joy, because it just brings me so much life, and I'm so grateful, like, that in that moment I'm just like, wow, like, life is truly so beautiful, and I'm so thankful for having this opportunity to watch the sunset. And I'm also never awake for sunrise, so sunset's like my thing. But anyways, other than exercise and yoga, skincare, and hygiene, I guess. So when I was in active addiction, I never took care of myself. I would like wear my makeup and go on these benders, and that makeup would last me like my whole bender, and I wouldn't wash my face, I wouldn't shower. It was disgusting. But now I am able to do that. I shower every single day. And another thing that has to do with showering is that, like, I am an empath and I take on a lot of people's energy. So having a shower gives me an opportunity to cleanse away that negativity and just refresh myself. Also, having cold showers stimulates? I don't know the proper word, but it helps with your vagus nerve. Okay, don't quote me on this, but basically it helps like calm you down and relax you. So if you're having a panic attack, take a cold bowl of water and then dunk your face in it and hold your breath, and that will calm you down. I guess another thing on that is that, like, when you are having a panic attack or a bad day, is by bringing yourself back to the present moment. The 5 things is by using your senses. So, what are 5 things that you see? What are 4 things that you can hear? 3 things that you can touch? 2 things that you can smell? And 1 thing that you can taste. So by focusing your mind and body and everything else on what's going on around you in that moment, then you're not able to think about what's triggering you in that moment. So that's just a little tip, using your 5 senses. And another thing is meal prepping and planning my meals ahead. So I have always had a very bad relationship with food. And by having a health coach, aka Amy, she has helped me change my relationship with food. And it started something so small as chewing my food, because I would have like 2 or 3 bites and then I'd swallow it. I wouldn't take my time to enjoy my meal, and it's almost like so when you're eating that fast, you're not able to even digest your food properly, so then your body's working harder. And so when you take time to chew your food and slow down and be thankful for the meal that you're having, then you are able to relax and rest and digest your... Maybe it's parasympathetic. Okay. I need to do some more studying. Anyways. So yeah, changing my relationship with food has helped me immensely in my recovery. Another thing is going to meetings for AA. Not so much NA, but I do attend some NA meetings, but AA has helped me so much. The program, it's a 12-step program, and I haven't technically done the steps like with the sponsor, but it's a spiritual based program, and connecting with my higher power, my God, the universe, has just, it's helped me so much in my recovery. Like, I don't even know, I can't even put it into words, because when I woke up from my overdose / attempted suicide, I knew that God had saved me. There was no way that the amount of stuff that I took, that I was supposed to live. And the next day when I woke up, I knew it was a blessing, and I knew that God put me here for a reason, and it wasn't to drink and drug my life away. It was to live my highest purpose. And I've been on this journey for the past year and 2 months now, and I literally have been living my best life, and I can't wait to see what more this world has to offer. So yes, AA has helped me so much, and knowing that I'm not alone, and that there's support out there, and that there's other people out there that can help me in my journey in recovery. Because when I first got sober, I lost all my friends. So I wanted sober friends, and I wanted people to hang out with that were also sober. So that's why I actually initially started going to AAs, because I wanted to meet sober people. And now I have so many friends that are sober, and it's so awesome. So, crystals. Yes. I have so many crystals. They're everywhere. I have them everywhere. They help me with my healing. They help me ground myself. They help me center myself. There's so many different crystals that have different healing properties, and crystals have just helped me. My psychologist, she has helped me too. So with mental health, she's I was seeing her before I got sober, and now after, and it has, she hypes me up more than any person ever. I freaking love her. She's the best. Thanks, Kathy. Love you. Anyways, reading books. Yes. Okay. So book reading. The first book that I bought, getting sober, was Celestine Prophecy. And if you watch my previous video about the Celestine Prophecy, I was like, if you want to read a book, read this book. Want to read a book? Read this book. So read that book. It's basically about coincidences and how things aren't actually coincidences. It actually happens for a reason. And if you don't know what that reason is, then you're not really paying attention, or you have yet to figure out what it is. It's a really awesome book. And another book is the Empath Survival Guide. That has helped me immensely, figuring out what my emotions are and what other people's emotions are. Knowing whose emotion is whose has helped me. And taking care of myself, self-care has been the biggest thing in my recovery. Because I didn't give a shit about myself when I was in active addiction. I didn't love myself, and I didn't know how to love myself. So learning to love myself and learning to accept myself and all that I am, and knowing that I am worthy. So, next thing that helps me is listening to podcasts. The Highest Self podcast, the Lightworkers Lounge, Heart of a Renegade. Those 3 are really good ones that just come off the top of my head. But spiritual podcasts are basically what have helped me and learn. Oh, and Brittany Carmichael, she just sent me an email. That's how I just remembered her. She has also helped me as well. and doing tarot and oracle card readings. So when I do those, I'm able to connect with my highest self and use my intuition and find out messages that I'm not seeing, I guess, and they come out in the cards, and it's really fun too. And like I also do them for friends and family as well, and it's so much fun. Anyways, sage and incense, so cleansing my space and my energy. I have like 2 right here. Has helped me as well. And this is by far my favorite incense, Angel Healing. Girl or boy, that's some good stuff. Highly recommend. Affirmations. Okay. So, doing affirmations every single day or almost every day has helped me build my self-confidence up here. I was down, and doing the affirmations, it was really weird at first because it's like, I'm worthy? Like, what does that even mean? Saying all these affirmations, even though that I didn't feel like they were true, I still kept saying them. My throat chakra. This stuff definitely needs to be said right now. Okay, so affirmations have helped me love myself and accept myself, and knowing that I am worthy and I am loved and I deserve a place on this earth. Doing mirror affirmations, looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself you are beautiful, you are blessed, have done wonders. Jason Stevenson, I listen to his podcast while I drive, and they're about an hour long. And I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy. Repeating affirmations have just helped my life expand and grow. And The Secret is a really good documentary that I highly, highly recommend. It talks about the law of attraction and what you put out into the universe will come back to you. And basically, now that I've started doing affirmations and stuff, is that I am so abundant and so many things come to me so easily and freely, and it's because I put that out into the universe and then I'm ready and I'm open to receive it. So yeah, and then mantras. There's this app on my phone that I use, and it's called Mantra, and it's just another form of affirmations. Another thing is making my bed. That has starting my day off, because I never made my bed before, ever. And just something so simple as even when I'm having a bad day, to wake up and make my bed. Then I feel like I've accomplished something, at least, making my bed during the day. Yeah, connecting with nature is another thing that has helped me in my recovery. I feel like I'm Snow White. I go outside and animals come to me, and my spirit animal is definitely a fox. So before I got sober, I kept seeing them everywhere, and then after my overdose, I kept seeing them again and again, and sometimes when I talk about certain things, they'll pop up out of nowhere, outside. They're not they'll just pop up, but and deer and so many animals. It's just yeah, I feel like I'm Snow White. When I go on nature walks, there's all these animals just coming and greeting me, and it's just ah! It's the angels are singing, oh, hallelujah. Anyways, Dancing. That was another thing for my physical activity is, just getting up, shaking those hips, and being free. The days that I have the best days is the days that I have dance parties. Because you just gotta, get up. When in that's what my motto was for a bit there. When in doubt, twerk it out. I'm not gonna twerk. But, Dancing is so much fun. You release so much energy when you dance. Starting your day off with a dance party is the freaking best way to start your morning, honestly. Or day or whatever. Just, when was the last time that you connected with your inner child and you went out and played in puddles? Or you ran on the playground? Or you felt free. You didn't feel like you were being judged. You could just connect with your inner child. That's another thing that has helped me. So another thing that has helped me in my recovery is unfollowing and not being friends with people that don't help me be my highest self. Because as you grow, the people around you don't always grow with you, and that's okay. So I've learned to accept the fact that I cannot control and I cannot change anybody. I know that I can only control and change myself, and by doing that, maybe I'll have a ripple effect on them and maybe they'll be able to change. But I need to accept people where they are at, and they're on their own journey and they're on their own path, and there's nothing that I can do about that. It's all up to them. So by unfollowing those people that are in active addiction, or whatever you want to call it, that are not healthy for me, in my mind they're very toxic, by doing that, lifted a weight off my shoulders, because then I wasn't seeing those things, and it's not something that I wanted to see. In my recovery, I wanted to see positivity. I wanted to see people thriving and living their best life. And when people are drinking their life away or drugging their life away, it's not something that I want to see. It breaks my heart, and my heart goes out to them, and I pray for them, and I hope that they are able to find peace one day and overcome the troubles that they're going through. So by closing the door on those things, I have opened the door to new people and new possibilities. I have so many positive people in my life that support me today, and it was hard to realize that or recognize that when I first got sober, because I had nobody. There was a couple people, but I needed what I needed. I couldn't find in anybody else. I needed to find it within myself. And by doing so, finding positive people that add to my life, I've been able to be my true authentic self. I've been able to show up and be honest and be real and not have to put on a mask and hide who I am and who I want to be. And I guess what I mean by that is when I was in active addiction, there were certain people that I'd go around and I'd have certain Ashleys. There was different Ashleys for each person, place or thing or situation. And it's oh, who are we going to get today? Because there was so many different me's. I didn't know who I was. I was struggling so hard to find myself. And I didn't I didn't know how. And now I have found myself, and I know what I like, and I know what my dislikes are. And that's because sobriety has brought me those things. If I would have never gotten sober, I would have never been able to discover who I truly am and live the best life. I wanted to say that pure love has no conditions or boundaries. Love does not restrain itself or hold back. Love gives all the time and doesn't ask for anything in return. Love is a continuous flow without any limits, and all of this love is inside of you. Finishing up here, I'm sure that there's some other things that I may have forgot about, but I finally made this video, and I just feel like a relief has been lifted off my shoulders. And I'm not sure what's going to come next, but I just know that I'm excited for whatever life has to offer me, because every day is a new opportunity to grow, and I can learn from yesterday's mistakes or yesterday's teachings. Life is a miracle, and I am a miracle, and I am gifted, and right now I'm using my gift and I'm sharing it with you because I want you to know that you too are gifted and that you can shine your light and share that with the rest of the world. And that's why I'm on here right now, is because I wanted to share my gifts with you and some of the miraculous things that have taken place in my life because of sobriety. So, from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you.